moment. And Jason Kosmicki is with us now. You haven't recovered. I mean, you're still feeling it.
No.
You get emotional. We all do. Watching your call, it was so good, Jason.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a time. I think it's like a funeral, to be honest with you, Tommy. It's like I think there's going to be a time where I'm going to have a moment in a closet somewhere, and I'm going to collapse down and cry and, breathe it all out. But, the way I've always looked at it, I'm an extension of the fans, You call it whatever you want, Homer, not Homer, whatever it is. I've been doing this for so long, and I know old fans, I know these people that have come to the arena for years and years and years. And just think about them when they go home, Do you hug your wife? Do you hug your kid, So I'm the same way. I'm just a Nuggets fan at the end of the day.
I know, but you make us cry watching that again. And I love how you said was it Hanslick that told you to take the head?
Hastings.
Hastings told you to take the headset off and just soak it in, because you had to breathe in that moment. Had you even thought about, what am I going to say if this happens?
So, Kim, that's the only time in my life ever, and this is a long list of games I have actually written down, because every play-by-play guy that says, no, I haven't thought about it, I'll just go with the spur of that's not a real thing. So I wrote it down. I didn't want to screw that thing up, and I knew what I wanted to say. I wanted to get in and get out, and then that be it. So, I wrote it down. I wrote it down.
And it spoke to all of us.
Well, Jason and I had a chance to work together a long time ago with The Fan, with Doug Moe and Dan Issel, and I think of those guys and the Carl Shears of the world and all the people.
Same with me, Greeny. I think that too.
For those guys, it meant a lot. We had Dan in yesterday, and you could tell the pride and the emotion for all those players.
Well, and that's the beauty of the Nuggets family. Like Fonz was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they brought Issel. DT was there. I do a radio interview after Skywalker. I'm like, well, this is nice booking, No, but it's always been a family, and that's the culture that they have. And all these dudes come back because, at the end of the day, I'm going to use a George Carl word here for you: togetherness, teamness, and that's what it was.
So you take off the headsets, you sign off for the evening. I saw you in the locker room.
Yeah.
You got to share, because Doug used to always tell me, he says, unless you're on the bus, you're on the plane, you're in the coffee shop, at the practice, you don't really know a team. You were on the bus, you were on the plane all year long. For years with some of these guys, I mean, those are your friends, your mates in many ways. You're thrilled for them.
Yeah, I mean, you spend so much time with these guys, right? So then you get invested. And people tell me, well, they make millions of dollars. This is what they're supposed to. Yeah, at the end of the day, they're people, man. Yeah. It's not their fault that they're making this much money. But you get invested in their families, in who they are, and you just you're just so happy for them at the end of the day. That was my whole thing. It's just be happy, man.
You have to go through the adversity, too. I mean, you've gone through some of the hardest losses. I can't imagine being around them right after something really bad or a terrible injury or something, or like watching Jamal go through what he went through.
Well, Kim, you didn't like the 11-71 season?
That wasn't so great. That was a different time altogether. Hey, I want to ask you, I have one question for you, because we have a great picture. Michael Martin sent me this picture. It was from 3 months ago. And I always remember Gabe Landeskog, after they won the Cup last year, saying, get yourself a Cale Makar. That's how you win a Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Right. And then you look at, he won the Conn Smythe, the playoff MVP, and here he is with the Joker. And I know my advice to NBA teams: if you want to win a title, get yourself a Joker.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm doing all these interviews. I mean, I love you guys, don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to do the weather coming up here in a little bit. But at the end of the day, when you can go put your basketball head on and start breaking down matchups left to right, do all the X's and O's. At the end of the day, we have Nikola Jokic, and they don't.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, that's it.
Nice. Well, as you say, a card to play.
Yeah,
that is
it.
Absolutely. Jason, it's great to see you. I know you're going to have fun tomorrow at the parade. We'll see you out there.
Okay.
I love that you take the time to visit with us.
Absolutely.
I know you're short on sleep, too.
Yes, 100%.
Rest your voice.
Can I do the weather?
Oh,
sure, why not?
That's Kathy's department. She usually says yes. We'll work on that.
I get to meet Kathy Saban?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's all good.
Let's see what we can do. Hang in there. You might be out there in a second. Jason, thanks as always.
All right, always.